smaller county with less resources than, you know, the southeastern part of the state or around Madison or out around Eau Claire. We are actually only 10% below the state average in wages. 10 years ago, we were 20% below. So this is signifying significant growth in the amount of money available in Marinette County. It takes a lot to grow that percentage of wages in comparison to the state, and we actually have improved that over the time. And it isn't just our effort, it's a number of different things. We have our unemployment rate right now is 4.7%. The state is 4.3%. And 4.7% is the lowest we've been since 2001, which is good. We have about 500, I think it's 500 or 600 fewer workers than 2001, but we are employing you know, most of those workers. 4.3% is a very good number. And it's been steadily going down over the last 2 years. Or the unemployment rate's been going down. We have compared to, and this comparison actually compares us with Menominee. It's part of a feasibility study that we're updating as we are putting an incubator together. And so it's taking both communities. We're called a micropolitan area here because Marinette and Menominee's economies are so tied together, being across the river from each other. If they weren't two different states, it'd be the same city. Looking at that, we have a more robust economy in that than Menominee does, although their unemployment rate is actually lower than ours. But in all other factors, we have a more robust economy. We have a lot of business and industry here, which is per capita is probably one of the highest percentages in the rate in the state. Yes, you get into your Appleton, Green Bay, Fond du Lac, Sheboygan areas, which have, you know, larger metropolitan areas and larger urban areas around them. They have more than we do, but when you look at the population factor in that, we actually, in Marinette County, we have a large amount of business and industry. And that's because Marinette County has been developing it for over a century. There are a number of opportunities. We just have a business that we have helped to fund that is going to be starting a frozen food production facility. We have another business that is building in Peshtigo right now that is consolidated two operations, one from Menominee and one from Green Bay and Peshtigo. And they make saws. They are a special cutting saw used to make holes in aluminum containers and steel containers. We have a need right now, not so much for a specific business, but one of the things I'd like to see in Marinette County is a little bit more diversification into things like in IT, into more of a technology-based business. This is one of the things that we do not have a lot of, and this would help round out. This is a very booming business right now. In the state of Wisconsin, it's one of the highest growth areas in the state and in the nation. The other thing is, and it is actually starting to be addressed, is healthcare. We also in Marinette County have an aging population, like most of the country except ours. We have more of us old people. And so healthcare is also a big need here, and it's starting to be addressed by Bay Area Medical Center, Aurora, and Bellin Health. So these are some growth areas that are really up there. But another thing is in the service industry. We do have, there's always a need for service industries for one service or another. One of them that is also looking to come, that is needed here because we have so many medical facilities coming in, is things that are basically medical records, off-site medical records, transcription services, that type of thing. Having them here where it's close by versus in India brings into our economy. It's easier for the physicians in the hospitals and the clinics and that like to deal with. That would be another area that would be nice to see some growth in here too. Right now, there's a lot of things starting in Marinette County that I think is going to positively impact Marinette County in 5, in 10 years from now. Marinette Peshtigo, Marinette Menominee Peshtigo is like a little, and they don't include Peshtigo in it, but they really should. It's like a little microcosm, micro economy inside the county. It's kind of like Milwaukee County and Dane County and that type of thing, or the southeastern 3 counties or 4 counties over there, that they have their own economy that's separate from the state. Well, these 3 cities have their economy that's separate from the rest of the county. And I think that we're going to see growth in there, most definitely. You're also going to see along the 141 corridor heading north, Coleman, Pound, Crivets, Wasaki, and probably Pembine, and of course Niagara. You're going to see growth along that corridor. It's not going to be as fast or as flashy, but I think you'll see growth along there. The other parts of the county, I think you're going to see it age. It's going to be a bedroom community for all those growth areas, basically. And tourism. Now, I haven't mentioned tourism. I really don't work with that very much. I do a little bit, but not much. But we have a tourism director in Marinette County, and he's really made some strides already in the last year or so that he's been here. Tourism is going to be a big thing outside of these 141 corridors. Economic development, business and industry tend to follow where the transportation's at, and it's along highways. And so you're going to see that. If you look at, there's a map on New North's website. They have a map in there that you can find, and I can send you the link to that. And it has dots for all the businesses in Marinette County. And you'll see this 2 lines going up the middle. You'll see a few dots here and there outside of it, but there's 2 lines going up. One's along 41 and one's along 141, which is huge because Marinette County is one of the few counties that has 2 major highways going through, especially up here. And commerce in the state of Wisconsin tends to go north-south. There's very little, unless it's along the I-94 corridor, that's east-west. And around up here is north-south. You don't see much east-west commerce going on. But anyway, I do see that some areas of the county are going to deteriorate because they won't have this growth nor the potential for growth. And one of the things that's my job is to moderate that. I'm not going to be able to stop it totally, but moderate it.